Well, good day, boys and girls. Did you miss me? I know you did. Hey, today, going over the Tesman digital clamp meter, the TCM-300D. Nice people at Tesman sent me this meter, and it actually does DC and AC current. And right now, I checked this online. Right now, it's going for $42 on sale on Amazon. Now, it could change by the time you watch this, but hey, you can't beat that with a stick. So let's get after it. Also want to say, I also received this Tesman MT510. I'll go over that again. We're going to compare the two. This one, obviously, I got, and at the time I got this one, it was under $15. And it automatically does everything for you. So if you're new to multimeters, this is a fantastic one. This has auto function too. But yeah, if you're going to be working on, say, air conditioners, my solar projects that I got going on, I need to know amperage, DC and AC amperage. This tells me both. And also temperature, capacitance. This thing does a lot more than this, obviously why it costs more. But yeah, listen, I don't have a lab coat. I don't have white gloves. I've got a pocket t-shirt, and that's all you need to get started. So let's go check out these meters, see why you need them. All right. I hate unboxing videos, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna unbox this sucker, and I'm gonna tell you what, this weighs, it's got some weight to it. It's not just like a cheap plastic multimeter. This thing is legit. And you know, comes all wrapped. Let's go ahead and get this out. Oh, I'm dropping stuff already. Well, it's sealed still. So let's go ahead and open this up. There we go. Check that out. It's good. Let's get this protective coating off of it. Look at that. That's a nice looking meter. I'm talking, you can tell the plastic is legit. It's not just cheesy plastic. Clamp is good. Let's go keep digging in further. Now there's something you don't find every day. Duracells. Takes 3 Duracell AAA batteries, which come with it. Heck, who sends Duracells? They're always giving you cheap batteries. Comes with the good stuff. All right, that's good to know. A nice case, by the way. This is interesting. I've never had a multimeter that did temperature. Comes with 2 temperature gauge. Well, 1 temperature gauge. I don't even know. We're gonna have to try that out. Comes with a temperature gauge, which is interesting. I've never had a multimeter tell me temperature before. $42 as we speak, on sale, but could have changed by now. But I've seen it mainly on $49. 2 probes. Watch me at 2 times speed for a better experience. No, don't, because I need the hours. I'm not monetized. I'm not a big channel. I'm not monetized yet. I need 4,000 watch hours, so help me out. But 2 multimeter leads, you know, it's got the extra, you know, if you're wanting to just test little tiny areas, they come with the caps, the covers. Nice leads, you know, nothing impressive, but I mean, it's exactly what you need to get started. So that's that, and again, we'll go over this one a little bit too, just show you the benefits of this little cheap guy here. You might not need this, but we're gonna test capacitance. Let's say you're working on, your air conditioner stops working, and you're not a pro, but the fan's not coming on. Is it the fan motor? Is it the starting capacitor that's bad? Well, heck, go out and buy yourself a $42 at this time meter. You'll be able to check this capacitance out, ohm out your motor, all kinds of stuff. Go watch some YouTube videos. they'll tell you how to do it, and you'll just go out there and touch it with this, and yeah, maybe this $49 meter will save you $100 or more in repairs. That's right. Let's get after it. All right. Also, one quick thing. Menu. It's really good. It's got all kind of languages in it, but it tells you all the functions, all the parts, all it can do, all its specifications, and you can read it too. It's a very good manual. All right. I didn't do it on air, but I put the batteries in. It just takes one Phillips screwdriver right there, and you put the 3 batteries in there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and hold it, turn it on. As you can see, it's calibrating. And up here, it shows you the temperature. And I checked it with my phone. It said it's 26 degrees Celsius out here. And my phone said it was 24 degrees Celsius. So it's probably not, maybe who knows who's more accurate. I mean, in this spot right here, it might be 2 degrees warmer than it is out there. But it's pretty accurate. And that's a cool function. If you just want to know what the temperature is outside and you're camping or something like that, and you got this, you'd be like, or you can just ask your phone, right? Oh my gosh, this is going to be a long video. I talk too much sometimes. Okay, it's got it. Now, as you can see, it's an auto function. So what that means is, like if I touch these two together, do you hear that beep? It automatically goes to ohms. If I go to check voltage, say the voltage out of this contraption here I made, it would know if it was DC, it would know if it was AC, it would do everything automatic, which to me is pretty slick. I mean, doesn't seem like you don't even have to move it to get it. Now you can do it manually too, okay? I'm not saying. That's what's the beauty of this little guy here. This one only does volts, ohms, and that's it pretty much. But if you want to test your batteries, you know, flashlight batteries or something, see if they're good or not. This is what you put in your drawer in your kitchen, so you can get to it real fast and just check voltages real. But this one has the auto function too. I really dig it. I really love it. 15 bucks too. Okay, let's get back to the $42 meter. So, now one thing it won't do automatically is capacitance, because it'll think it's a voltage. So I'm going to just hit the function button. Oh, it's going to be 2. Just trust me whenever I say what I'm doing here. I'm going to go over to capacitance. All right. And let's grab our capacitor. It came off of, I had a backup for my air conditioner. So if it goes out, you know, I don't have to find somebody in the middle of the day or on a Sunday. If it goes out, just buy yourself one online, like 20 bucks or something like that, $25. That way you have a backup in case your air conditioner goes down. But I can hit it here. Let's do the Herm. And it takes like 2 to 3 seconds for it to read. Like the flukes that cost $1 billion, they'll do it in instantaneous. But it's saying 45.2. And as you can see, oh my gosh, maybe you can. 45. That's exactly what this one is rated at. Boy, I know my capacitor is good. Let me try another one. Just test out. This garage door opener, your garage door opener. You hear it going, but it's not raising your garage door. There's one of these suckers in your garage door. Again, $15 part, $8 part. It just depends how fast you want to get it and stuff like that. It's rated at 43 to 53 microfarad, plus or minus 5%. So let's see if this one's good. This one says old, but I might have just replaced it for shits and giggles. But oh my gosh, you know, if I could hold everything and the camera on this, again, you're just gonna have to trust me here. It says 56.5. It's rated at 53, so it's coming at 56. So I'm gonna say it's still good. Say I have one of these. They're in your hot water tank. Now they'll have a rating on them, how many ohms of resistance. See, it gets hot because of resistance. Now, if this were to open up, burn up, and open up, you have no resistance, no continuity at all. Well, let's say it started going bad and there wasn't less resistance, so it's more like a straight wire. Well, that's bad too. So you want to look at the ratings, the ohm rating on these, and then check it with the old meter here, and it'll tell you whether these are good. See all the uses that you can do around the house with this. Like if you go to, let's say, Harbor Freight, the one that's AC DC like this, probably gonna run you $80-some, closer to $100, where this is half the price. And I gotta tell you what, the build quality of these are nice. Now, other cool functions, you can have a hold function, which holds your readings. Inrush on the AC clamp meter. Again, you don't want to stick this around two wire, you know, that you just want the hot wire like that, and it'll tell you how much amps you're drawing. Now, if I wanted to test a solar panel, how do you know watts? You got to have amps and volts. Well, you can test the volts of your solar panel. You can clip the two leads of your solar panels together. Not for a long time, just click them together. Clamp this around one of the leads. It'll tell you how many amps that solar panel is drawing. And that way, while you're buying them or something like that, or you're testing them out, you know if your solar panel is good by if it's got the right voltage and the right amps. Volts times amps gives you watts. So with this, it's not technically a watt meter, but if you know voltage, you know amps, you know watts too. So it's gonna be great for my solar projects. This is permanently going in the solar chuck wagon. And anytime I'm building anything and testing things, this is the meter I need. Great meter, doesn't do amps. Better meter does amps, and it's going to tell me what's all going on with my projects or where my failure point might be. What I'm trying to say, people, this thing does it all. Let's go over a couple more things. This thing is like the Swiss Army knife. It's got a flashlight right there. You just hit the button, blammo, you got a flashlight. The hold button, it's also the hold button. Yeah, inrush, you can select inrush. So what that means is, like, if you're starting your car, that's DC, that's a bad example. The air compressor on your air conditioner, the compressor. Clamp the wire, it'll tell you what the strongest amps it took to get that motor started. Then you can take it off of inrush and see what the amps are while it's running. It's an important feature whenever you're trying to troubleshoot equipment. What I'm saying here, people, is, again, I got a pocket t-shirt. Again, no lab coat, no white gloves, no super genius. You can go watch a video on troubleshooting your air conditioning system. Buy you one of these for 50 bucks or less, and you're working on it. You might be able to figure out that it's the capacitor. What I'm trying to tell you is, just buy one of these and have them in your drawer. And if something goes wrong with your car or anything, you can grab this, watch a couple of videos, nail it out, maybe fix it. If you don't, well, then you're gonna have to pay a technician to come in and fix it up. But I've fixed my garage door openers. Capacitor on that's gone bad a couple times. My air conditioner, I've replaced the capacitors to the point I like to have one on hand just in case. With my solar, I want to know what's the voltage of the battery of my system. How many amps am I getting off of the solar panels? How many amps is going into the battery? How many amps is coming out of the battery? This meter will tell you it all. So I probably bored you. Now, watch my videos from here. I'm gonna be using this. Okay, let's go over the outdoor kitchen, which I have not worked on yet. I've been busy. Basketball season and football season keeps me incredibly busy. So I'm gonna get back to camping. I'm gonna get back to building. My next build is this filing cabinet right there. I'm gonna build a solar generator, whatever you want to call the things. It's gonna have a 2,000 watt inverter in there. I'm gonna cook out here all summer long. I'm getting tired of cooking in the kitchen, and it's a big, power draw. I'm gonna put over here, right over here, or up here on my roof. I'm gonna put 400 to 800 watts of solar panels to just charge this for in between meals. It's not like it's running 24/7. I just got to get what I use for 15 minutes to cook with the George Foreman. By the way, George passed away. The guy that sponsored the best grill on the planet, in my opinion. So I think my next camping trip, I'm going to go out and I'm going to cook 3 meals, maybe for 2 days, 6 meals, with the solar check wagon, with my George Foreman. All right, then let's test out the temperature. If you take it over to temperature, it tells you both Celsius and Fahrenheit at the same time. It says 82 degrees out here right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pinch it with my fingers, right? And let's see. And there you go. It's going up to 95. 95.3. There you go. Pretty cool. I don't know how accurate it is. Now, if you want to tape this onto something to see what the temperature is running you, and maybe the temperature of your wires, as the see if the gauge is good, if your wires are. Now, there's other things that do that probably better than this, but it's got it. So, good little tool to have just in case you need to check out the temperature on something. Pretty neat. Pretty darn neat. Went over the flashlight. One other thing is oh my gosh, let's see if I can get this to fit in. Now, you want to know if this is hot or not, right? Well, it's got this little nub on there, right? And you can go over to NCV. NCV it's called. Once you get over on NCV, you hold it. See? It's telling me that's hot. I like that feature, but to be honest with you, I don't trust nothing until I stick the voltage probes in there and see actually if it's hot or not. But if you want to really quick kill a breaker and run up to the wall meter, first I would run up to the meter, hit this with this. It's beeping. Go kill the breaker, go back up, hit this. But again, as much as it's a nice feature, I like to just stick the leads. Stick these leads on there just to make sure you don't have voltage. It's not worth it. It takes an extra couple seconds and it's good. But I mean, this does diodes, temperature, capacitance, I'd already said temperature. Is a line hot or not? NCV mode will tell you that. Ohms. You know, again, why would you do ohms? And again, let's say you're working on your car and you don't know if a wire's making it or not all the way from the front of the... So basically, you can touch both ends of the wire. And if it beeps, oh, I've got an ohms. That's why. Let's go there. There, see? I've got it on the beeper one. Now, if I was in audit, let's go back to auto. Okay, I'm in auto mode now. See, I don't even have to move it around. Just touch the leads together. It's one thing nice about auto. It just works. Ohms will not beep for you unless you have it over on the speaker. But if it's in auto, the speaker automatically beeps for you. That's it, man. Again, I love the thing. Let's break out the old Tesman 510. Again, same concept. Little tiny guy. Again, it's got a rubber case on it. Protect it. Just turn that one on. It goes right to auto. Let's touch these two together. Works like a champ. Yeah, it's got a light on it. It does volts, both AC and DC. Automatically detects the voltage for you. It does ohms, and it does NCV also. Let's see here. I think it does. Oh my goodness. Oh, you have to be in NCV mode. Hold down on NCV until you get NCV. Maybe if I was smart enough to... See? There, that's active plug. Both have that feature. This is only 15 bucks, by the way. And where's my leads? They tell you to pull the leads out whenever you're doing NCV mode. That's why I pulled them out, if you're wondering. But I'll put them back in there. I leave this in my junk drawer in the house. I can test things real fast on the fly with this guy. This guy's gonna go out in my solar toolkit box. And then anytime I go on the road with a solar chuck wagon, this is going in the kit so I can test. But DC, again, DC, AC. Now you can find meters for like say 25 bucks that do AC amps. It costs a lot more to do DC. Like back in the old days, it probably was close to $400 to be able to do DC. Check the amperage. This sucker here, $49. It's on sale right now for like $42 as we speak. But DC, I do solar. Everything's DC almost until you get to the inverter. So I can tell how much amperage is going through my wires, and I can troubleshoot and say everything that's going on. Now, boys and girls, I could go on all day long about this meter and why you should buy it, but I can tell you one thing. You can either run down to Harbor Freight and spend 80 some dollars, or you can just go on Amazon and get yourself one for 42 bucks. That I know for a fact is well constructed, does good. I've watched other videos where these are just as, they're pretty much just as accurate as the really expensive flukes. It's a little slower on the capacitance reading. You gotta wait 3 seconds. The fluke will do it automatically. But who cares, you know? I'm not doing, this ain't my job, you know, to do this. Let's say you're just getting started on a business and you need a meter that does it all. Just takes you 2 seconds longer to tell. This meter is gonna get the job done for you. Again, thanks for watching. Tell all your friends. Put this on loop. Watch it. Tell your friends to watch it. Let's get over 4,000 hours so I can get this summer I'll have more time to do videos and camping, like I said. It's just been really busy. My job is, I'm on the road a lot and just don't have time to do this YouTubing. And but I want to thank, you know, Tesman reached out and said, hey, do you want to test this? I'm like, obviously. I've been wanting this meter for a long time. I've seen it before. And heck, whenever they sent this, I said, hey, can I have the one with the DC clamp meter? But they weren't pushing the DC clamp meter. Now they're pushing the DC clamp meter. I got one for free. I'm honest with you. But I'm honestly telling you it's a great, great, great multimeter also. Well, boys and girls, catch you on the next one.